We know you can't make weight. This is why Conor Benn said this is his last time at 147. My guy is making excuses before he loses. Who says that, bro? This is my last fight at 147. My guy, you gonna go backwards just to get the whooped? Oh my gosh, bro. It's fine, bro. We gonna let him. He's just gonna run into it. That dude. It's sad. Conor is gonna get his beat, bro. Like I said, and still, he's gonna try hard, guys. Look at this is the true prediction. He's gonna try his hardest. It's gonna be cool. He gonna be trying to rough me up, do dumb shit like he does, and we're gonna go to work so easy on him. And you guys gonna see my speed, my power, my accuracy, my conditioning. We're gonna be ready for whatever he does. We're gonna take away everything. He's just not as experienced as me. It's truth. You know, Ryan Garcia in shit, world champion, solid. You see the abs, solid. Like, he's just not gonna be able to f with me, bro. It's just the truth.
I just think he's making excuses for it, and I don't think we're gonna see. We're not gonna see nothing special with Conor Benn at 147. I think Garcia flattens him, and he's gonna blame it on the weight.
As the tension builds between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, Garcia is now questioning Benn's plans at welterweight, suggesting the weight change could be a sign that Benn is already making excuses and looking for a way out.
Again, I'm always fair. You see, Conor Benn decided to come down to 147. We put no rehydration clause. Be as big as you want. It don't matter.
He's mentioning his weight cut ahead of the fight.
He already said that this is his last fight at 147. That shows you that he is having, it's a nightmare right now.
Since you're in,
look, I told him, because he said, oh, discipline, this. I said, bro, you could be disciplined and dumb at the same time. Like, bro, your mind could say this, your heart could say that, but your body will tell you the truth. You could do all the whole way.
Okay, thank you.
You can do all the work, all the discipline, all the you do, but at times it gets dumb. Yeah. You could. It's not sometimes not as hard as you work. It says how smart you work.
Garcia continued questioning Benn's weight changes, arguing that his bigger frame makes welterweight a difficult fit. He believes Benn should embrace his natural size instead of forcing himself back down.
You get down. Your body not meant to be at 147. My God, look how big you are. You're big papas. You put too much weight. And historically, I'm telling you, Conor, historically, time has always said, when the fighter goes up and comes down, he's never the same. Roy Jones Jr. You know, once you make the decision to move up, you stay up. Because now you already tasted the greener side of life, and your body's like, yes, I don't have to do that no more. But now you're deciding to do it again, and this time was 150, and you look like you were dead. Now you gotta go another 3? I wouldn't want to be you, but look how nice I am. I didn't put no rehydration clause. You could do whatever you want, buddy. You could go to 180 for all I give a f.
Meanwhile, Benn has now admitted that making welterweight has become a serious challenge, revealing that this will be his final fight at the weight. He plans to move up after the fight, making this bout even more important for his future.
Talking about yourself making 147 again, I guess from your camp, yeah, the weight coming off nicely. On
it's hard, it's brutal. This is my last fight at 147.
Your last fight, what?
This is my last fight at 147. When I win the world title, I'll move on. But for me, yeah, I haven't made 147 for 4 years, so it's challenging. Don't get me wrong, it's really hard. You think I went up to 183 pounds for the Eubank fights, you know, so it's hard, but you know, we're getting it done.
Yeah. So after this fight, we'll be going up to 154 pounds then?
154, 160, 168.
Despite the challenges surrounding this fight, Benn says his preparation has been as serious as ever. He believes giving everything he has is the only way to walk away knowing he has no regrets.
You don't know if it's his antics or him. But again, it doesn't concern me. Ultimately, I'm training extremely hard, training 110%, giving everything I have to this camp for this fight, as I do every fight and have done my whole career, is give 110%. Because you see, when I look in the mirror and I go, did you give it your all? I've done everything in my power I could.
Weighing on Garcia's point of view, Eddie Hearn believes the lower limit could bring out the worst in Conor Benn physically. He questions whether Benn can retain his strength and durability there, making the weight a serious concern heading into a dangerous matchup.
I don't like Conor at 147. I don't believe he should be fighting down there. You know, I think, look, he had those 2 fights with Eubank at 160. I'm not saying he's a middleweight. He fought Regis at 150, was it, or 151? He looked terrible in that fight. 147's brutal for him now. He trains so hard, but I don't think he has power down there. I don't think he'll have the chin down there. And Ryan's a world-class fighter. I know he's had his defeats and sometimes he's had his off nights, but he's very sharp and he's a big puncher. But it'll be fun because Conor's got big balls. He'll have a right go.
With the weight becoming a major talking point, Sergio Mora also believes Benn is already making excuses by saying the fight with Garcia will be his last fight at welterweight. He argues Benn has clearly outgrown the division and expects him to blame the weight if Garcia knocks him out.
It's got some good names there. When you hear Conor Benn say this is his last fight at 147, what do you think?
That he's already preparing to make excuses to not look good in a weight division that he clearly outgrew. When you haven't fought in a division in 4 years, that tells you your body is not responding anymore. When you go up to weight divisions and fight back-to-back fights with a natural super middleweight in Chris Eubank Jr., then your body doesn't respond, fluctuating, going back and forth, especially to 147. Conor Benn is a 154-pounder now. I mean, I sized him up. He will fit in nicely. He'll be a small 154-pounder. He was a really muscular, strong 147-pounder. Tiny 160-pounder. So
sharing the thoughts, Chris Mannix believes Conor Benn could be walking into a serious problem if the weight starts taking a toll on him. He points out that Benn already seems concerned about making the weight, while Garcia enters the fight in much better condition, making this a very rough night for Benn.
Because if you're out and you're already talking about the challenge of getting to this weight, a weight that he has not fought at since 2022. In his last fight, getting down to 150, he didn't look like the same guy. Didn't look like the destroyer. Didn't look like the guy that put a beating on Chris Eubank Jr. at 160 pounds. When you're now a month out talking about the struggle it is to get down to 147, and you're going to be going up against a guy that's not going to have any problem making 147. Like Ryan Garcia is a big, tall guy, but he made 147 against Mario Barrios pretty easily, and I have no reason to believe that he can't do it again. You're going to be going into the ring with a younger, faster, stronger, more skilled, for being honest, guy in Ryan Garcia anyway, and he's going to be making the weight in a much better way than you are. That tells me this could be a really rough night for Conor Benn.
On the other hand,
Tony Sims dismisses the concerns over Conor Benn's weight, saying he's had plenty of time to get himself ready this time around. He explains that the previous struggle was mainly because Benn had just 6 weeks' notice, whereas this camp has given him enough time to make the weight properly.
No, because look, he was 147. We took fight because we knew the Eubank fight was going to happen. We took fights up at 154 for that reason. He's not a 160 fighter. 154. He was okay at 160. He's nowhere near that. So, to come down to 147 with plenty of time ain't a big deal. It was a big deal last time because he got hit with a 6 weeks notice fight. Yeah. And he had to make 149 in 6 weeks. Yeah. So and he had no knowledge of fighting before. They weren't really in camp. He had 6 weeks to get ready. So of course it was going to be a bit of a struggle to make 149.
With the weight and matchup both raising questions, Simon Jordan believes Benn's power will be the key to making this competitive. He gives Garcia the edge, but feels Benn could cause real problems if he can make the fight rough and force Ryan out of his comfort zone.
Obviously, we've got Josh Kelly, who I think would do a number on Conor as well, but this is a very, very difficult fight. The only thing I can say in this fight is if he can carry the power into the 147s, then we know that Garcia has a propensity, or had a propensity when it gets tough, to look for a way out. He looked for a way out against Tank Davis, and I know we're talking about levels in that fight, Spence.
Yep.
But he showed it once, and if Conor can make the fight ugly and drag him into a fight, you might see Garcia's backside go a little bit. But it looks very, very difficult fight for Conor to win. And it's probably, we all talked the other day about the idea that Conor Benn has been the best matched fighter for the kind of finances that he's been able to achieve. Fair play to him. Oh, I think a little bit. I think he inhabited the role of the pantomime villain in it. So he played the gallery a little bit, and he became an angry young man for the gallery.
Yeah.
And that monetized the fight and made him very wealthy as a result of it. And people have got mixed emotions. I think Conor's a very nice boy. I always have done. I think that they, as Spencer alluded to, I don't think the way that situation was handled was particularly admirable by a load of people. I think the people around him should have been giving him better advice. I have great respect for his father, great admiration for his father's career. So following in someone's footsteps who was as good as Nigel Benn is always going to be challenging for Conor. So with that in mind, he occupies a certain space, but he has not taken an easy route. I mean, people could say that at one point he was going to fight in 154, and I don't think there's any fruit up there for him in 154, given what we've just seen in New York recently with Jaron Ennis, and obviously we've got Josh Kelly, who I think would do a number on Conor as well. But this is a very, very difficult fight. The only thing I can say